All right, so Stop Killing Games. It's almost done. It's almost at its point. Like it's gotten everything that it needs as far as the numbers are concerned. But there may be some people that have lied and don't actually live where they say they live. And for that, I'm going to encourage you to continue if you are in the applicable countries and legally allowed to actually put in a vote, to please go ahead and take a look at it. It'll be down in the description for the link to Stop Killing Games. That being said, there is something that came to mind with this whole concept of the Stop Killing Games thing, and that's vote with your wallet. Now, if the initiatives pass and if everything goes through and they start to put together legislation that protects our right to own things, at least in the EU and UK, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're not going to find some type of loophole around this entire debacle, right? So we could find ourselves in a situation where the phrasing is just right for them to continue to do the things that they're doing in the industry. And that's why I want to encourage you to also vote with your wallet. I know the game that you see, the thing that you've been looking forward to, the nostalgia can get kind of strong, right? But I've been doing the same thing recently over the past couple of years, and that has to do with my opinions towards Nintendo. I am a massive fan of the Zelda franchise. It is one of my favorite things. I will stay up late playing it, but I don't play anything that's Nintendo anymore because Nintendo destroyed the good grace that I had with them by their actions. So I refuse to purchase Nintendo products. Now you could go off and say, hey, you know, I my opinion isn't going to mean anything. Maybe not. But you could still refuse to purchase it, and it harms their numbers at least by one. And that, in the long run, because of the fact that I don't encourage purchasing Nintendo, I don't encourage any of my friends or my family to purchase Nintendo. Now, they'll still do that. There's entirely that possibility, and that's fine. But you've at least voted with your wallet and you haven't funded something that you disagree with. Do you get what I'm saying? Is that you actually have the ability to make long-term, over time, impact on these companies. Because, sure, maybe my son-in-law wants to continue to purchase Nintendo products. But maybe, you know, in the future, my grandchildren go off and say, you know, there's a reason why Papa doesn't buy these things. I wonder why. And they might be able to agree with me and hold that same opinion. And, you know, it just kind of has a knock-on effect. This could take generations to accomplish. But voting with your wallet is literally saying this company and the way it behaves is something that I agree with. If you already own it, please play it. I still play the Nintendo games that I purchase. I just don't give them any more money. I'm not buying a Switch 2. I'm not interested in whatever next Nintendo product that comes out. I don't care about it. Okay, I care about it, but basically I'm choosing to engage in what I believe in. And that's something to take into consideration. If enough of us go off and say, hey, this Stop Killing Games concept matters that much to me, I understand that the legislative branches that exist in our countries didn't agree with it or didn't put it in an effective way that, you know, really hits what we wanted out of this movement. We're going to agree to not purchase from these companies. And by that, I've personally had more money available to buy games that I've actually enjoyed more because I'm not putting $80 into the next, you know, Zelda franchise game. I'm able to put $80 into a few other indie titles that really provide more long-term value, at least to me. And that's where I find a lot of these things to be really beneficial, is in the indie space. This is one of those things where, yes, I realize that it kind of seems hard, but I figured it's probably worth making a video on just to remind you that even if things don't work out, there's enough people that have been standing out saying something with it and speaking their mind towards the values that exist with the whole SKG side of things. And I just wanted to remind people that you actually have Another option. You've always had another option. It's called vote with your wallet. Don't buy games from companies that have shown themselves to, be a part of this whole situation. When it comes down to Steam, that's what I have. I have a list I have the list of the companies that have, or publishers or devs or whatever, that have openly, joined in on the lawsuit against Valve. I hold a lot of value in what Valve provides the consumer side of things. So I just refuse to purchase from those companies because they're engaging in a lawsuit over terms of service. Regardless of what your opinion is in that scenario, that's just another piece of context to it. You can choose to not purchase and say, you know what? There's going to be another better game. You could choose to go off and learn how to program and then make the game that you want and encourage others to play it. There's a lot of options that you've had. Voting with your wallet is highly valuable. And I think it's one of those things that we as a society have forgotten exist. This is just a short video. Remember, Stop Killing Games still going on right now. We have a couple of days left as of the making of this video. It is the 22nd of July. So go ahead and sign whatever petition legally applies to you. For those of you that have decided to try and engage in fraud, at least that's my opinion on it, do keep in mind that there are repercussions if, the governments decide to take action with that, because that is actually breaking law in some way. I don't live there, so I don't know in what way. I've just, there was warnings about that. So just a heads up. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.